Hello! I have a question for you. Do you experience pain? Not just the chronic pain, but also the day-to-day pain that you usually have to ignore or put off to the side. For an example, do you work at a computer all day? And so by the end of the day, your hands, your wrists, your arms just are hurting. But you have to ignore the pain because guess what? Tomorrow you have to go back and do the same job again. Or do you have hobbies that you enjoy doing like crocheting or knitting, but now you can't because of your arthritis? Do you stand on your feet all day at your job, and then by the end of the day, your feet are killing you? What about walking? Is that a hard task? Or even just standing and keeping in balance and not falling over? Did you know that there's actually a self-body treatment called Melt that will actually help with that day-to-day pain as well as with the chronic pain? Here's my story. I'm a sign language interpreter, and 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, I interpret for a deaf student. That's a lot of work on my hands and wrists and arms. But the problem with that was it started causing pain. Started causing even more pain so that I had to get massages every other week. But then it got even worse. I got pain in my wrist and in my elbow, and as we already know, there aren't any muscles in there to stretch or to massage. That's when I found Melt. And now that I've been doing Melt, my pain has either completely gone away, or the pain as well as the length of time it lasts has really greatly diminished. Wow. But here's the cool thing. It wasn't just me who felt that. When my massage therapist came back, he could tell the difference in my body. Here's an example, ladies. There was one lady who had a lot of pain. I mean, she did everything she could to get rid of pain. She went to doctors. She went to chiropractors. She went to acupuncture. She did Pilates. But she still couldn't get out of pain. She met a Melt Method trainer. She had an hour-and-a-half training. At the end of the training, she was almost in tears because, as she said, "This is the first time I have felt no pain at all for years." Wow. And guys, don't think that Melt is just for ladies. Do you have golf elbow? Or tennis elbow? Or do you do bench pressing, weight training? Here's a story for you. There's a weight trainer or a bench presser, and he had this shoulder pain from pushing up all that weight. He did one Melt session, then he went back, lifted up the exact same amount of weights that he had previously. He didn't have any shoulder pain. Or do you feel like walking is hard? Here's a man for you. He lived in New York, and he loved to walk to the operas. But then one day he realized he just couldn't walk to the opera anymore. So he met with a Melt Method trainer, and she taught him the Melt for the foot, as well as a balancing treatment. Within several weeks, he was able to walk back to the opera. Can you imagine? Just by working on your hands and your feet, you can take care of the day-to-day pain and the chronic pain that you experience. If you want to learn more about Melt, contact me, Jenna, or you can go to the meltmethod.com website, where I list my classes as well as other instructors list their classes, because I want you to learn a method that helped me get out of pain.